Hey, YouTube family, welcome back for another Sunday coffee talk with the Chad. Coffee looks hot. I don't know if you can see the steam there a little bit, but this coffee talk is going to be really awesome. So if you never watched the whole thing, this is going to be your episode. The story I'm going to tell you is really powerful, or it's really unique. It's actually my mom. My mom, really quick here, my mom was basically doing the knot technique, but she's kind of doing it unconsciously. What I mean by that, you're doing these exercises, but you're not aware you're doing the exercises. Makes sense? So that's what we're going to talk about. It's so powerful. Like, it's crazy powerful. Like, when you know the story, if you knew my mom and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to talk about. So hang around for that. 100% listen to that story. But an introduction here, really fast, with a Sunday coffee talk. Now, always remember, we have the Super Thanks Spotlight going on, and you can comment on any video. It's not just the coffee talk videos you do the Super Thanks on. You can actually do a Super Thanks on any video with a question, a question you have, something you want to talk about, discuss, something you want me to kind of dive a little bit deeper in, and that's what we will discuss on the coffee talks. What else here? This week has been a really, really busy week for me. A lot of YouTube updates. Couple things here before we get on to the story. Is this week I did go live. I went live 3 times, and I've been wanting to go live. Okay. But the dilemma is I'm in Thailand. So I've always said that, just with the time difference between the United States, Europe, London, wherever you are. I mean, there is just a massive time difference. I mean, when it's like 6:30 in the morning here, like this is Sunday morning, 6:30 Sunday morning in the United States, it's Saturday night. So that's why these are pre-recorded. I don't go live. But anyway, I just needed to go live. I can't just time everything around time change. So I can't let that stop me. So this past week, I went live 3 times. So what we did was went live with the questions and answers. That was just a test to basically, because I went live not on my phone, but my desktop inside the office. I love the desktop going live better than the phone, because you can actually set everything up. You know, you can put a thumbnail in there. You're way able to control the description and the title, like way in the beginning. You can set that up on the phone like after the fact, but on the desktop you can do this all in the beginning before you actually go live. So that way people already know like what that live is about, or their expectations of that live. So I did a test run with the question and answers. Then I went live again on another day, and I went live with a kind of like a work with me questions and answers, meaning like lots of times I have odd little jobs I do. Not jobs, I'm an entrepreneur, but odd little things I got to do where maybe I'm not editing, I'm not listening to music. I'm just there kind of focused, either coding or building a website or something like that, where I'm going live while I work. And you can ask me any questions. So I kind of had an idea for that. I did it. It actually turned out really, really good. I had a couple subscribers basically hang out with me for like 90 minutes and ask me questions the whole time. So, I mean, kudos to you if that was you. But also thank you, I mean, but the whole 90 minutes I went live, I wasn't really even working. I was actually talking the whole time. But that turned out really good. So that's something I want to do. That's going to be sporadic whenever I'm in that moment. That I need to get work done. I'll shoot over and do lives. And you just, if you have questions, you can ask me a question. I'll kind of stop what I'm doing and answer it. Now, then I went live the third time. I went live on Thursday. Thursday was a book review. So we're reviewing the book called You Too. You can go get it on Amazon. It's not my book, so I don't get nothing out of it. I don't get like a referral. It's just an awesome book. I've had the book for like 8 or 9 years, something like that. So it's an excellent book because the chapters are only 1 page. And so I'm not reading like a 10-page chapter or a 15-page chapter. It's only 1 page. But that live actually went terrific as well. That live lasted 90 minutes too. Not the book review part, but just with all the questions and answers. I had a couple subscribers kind of hang out, clear up until the end, asking, kind of driving the questions and stuff like that. So so that went really well too. So that's going to go on every single week. So the plan is Thailand time is I'm going to go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays is the book review. Thursdays the question and answers. And the work with me is kind of sporadic. It's kind of whenever I'm in the mood to kind of to go live. That's kind of go sporadic, but 100% 2 times a week go live here in Thailand. Once I get back to the States, for a few months, I mean, lives will be a little bit more like on everybody's schedule, but right now we got to do what we got to do. Now, the next thing that I kind of did was I started a YouTube membership called Live Life on Your Terms. It's more of an inner circle. So it's only one payment tier. I created one payment tier because you're either all in or you're not. That's how success works. It's not about having 2, 3, 4, 5 different payment tiers and you're getting live streams only, you're getting videos only, whatever. It's one tier, that's it. And that includes everything. So how I'm doing it is I'm taking all the members' participation in the community posts, on the live streams, on the videos, like questions, what they're answering. And I'm kind of gearing the content around the members. So that went live actually yesterday on Saturday. So we have that up and going. So I was waiting for him to pull away. Like sometimes the motorbikes are so loud here. Even though I can take out the background sound, it actually distracts me. But that's all the updates. That's a lot of updates, actually. That kind of went on this week, but just needed to mention that. I mean, all the information is always down in the description. Most of the time it's pinned as a comment, so it's easy to find stuff. But now, lo and behold, let's get to the climax of this coffee talk, and that's the story of my mom. Mom, if you're watching, I'm gonna pick on you. So I still love you anyways, even though I'm gonna pick on you. But it's not actually picking on her. This is such an awesome flipping story. So let me set the premise for my mom a little bit. There's some things I can't tell just to keep it confidential and stuff like that. But we got the dogs going crazy here. Yeah, the street dogs in Thailand. But street dogs in Thailand, they're not stray dogs. They have owners that just let them roam. That's kind of how it works in Thailand. But anyway, they kind of stopped. Hopefully. But anyway, my mom's was getting ready to retire. She's retired now. She retired January 1st of this year. So now she's retired because it's already the middle of March. But before she was planning on retiring. So when I went home last time, we were kind of planning her retirement. She was all stressed out about retirement and didn't think she could afford retirement. So we hired an attorney to kind of help us kind of plan for retirement, plan for the income and stuff like that. But the attorney was like, well, you make too much money. You gotta stop making so much money. So then it's like, well, yeah, once she actually retires and she doesn't have work income, that work income constantly coming in, she just has her pension and Social Security and other things coming in. Like it's just that work income that makes her make a lot of money. So that was a game plan, is kind of hire an attorney to kind of help us out, but he didn't want her to make money. So he's like, I understand once she's retired, she's not going to have this income, but after she retires, she needs to stop making money, but she makes too much money. Okay, so that's the premise. Okay, now let's kind of flip over to my mom a little bit. My mom is kind of like a worrywart. Okay, and sometimes she's the one I pick on in my videos where when it becomes bill time, maybe you sit down the first of the month or middle of the month to pay bills, and you just, when it's bill time, you're just like, you walk over and you just sit down, pay your bills. That's kind of my mom, you know what I mean? And she puts so much like energy into, like almost negative energy on paying bills, and just kind of being a worry wart around paying bills. It kind of worry. I mean, just a worry wart with everything. Like if we go to McDonald's, and lots of times I go home, we'll go to McDonald's. We like kind of caramel fraps, so we get caramel fraps together. And like as we're pulling in McDonald's, she'll say something like, well, hopefully the caramel frap machine's not broke, or hopefully, they make it right this time. She's kind of that worry wart a little bit. Kind of puts that ounce of, I mean, she's not like negative to hang around, but just that worry side of her, like, things aren't going to work out, and being tremendous worry on paying bills and stuff like that. Okay, so I had to put this in because this is a strong thing. So she's naturally like a worry wart, and lots of them I go home, I work with her and stuff like that, or sometimes I just call it out, you know what I mean? And like, Mom, stop thinking this way. You need to think this way. And okay, but now we have the attorney telling her that you got to stop making money. I don't want to see you making any more money. Once you stop working, once you retire, all I want to see is your pension. All I want to see is your Social Security, or anything else you're getting, but I don't want to see work income no more. Stuff like that. So he's like, you can't make no more money. Okay. So it just like switched my mom. Besides her worrying about like paying bills, it stressed her out. Besides her being a worry war on like if we went out and get our caramel fraps, stuff like that, it switched into, I can't make money. I can't make no more money. So she was just super anal about, I can't make money. I can't make no more money. I make too much money. Okay, this is where this is going. And this is really the knot technique that Neville Galder taught, especially if you do the ladder technique. I will put the video down below of the authentic ladder technique that Neville taught. But so, and I'll explain the knot technique a little bit farther when we get into the story. But see, she got super anal. Like, I'm serious. Like, when you talked to her on the phone, I was still there. Her whole focus was, I can't make money. I can't make money. I can't make no more money. You know what I mean? So that replaced all the other worrying stuff that she was worried about. But I laugh because I just talked to her yesterday about this. This is what reminding me of this video is amazing things started to happen. Let me tell you, just like crazy things. And I'm not going to get all of it right or all of it. I'm not going to really remember all of it. That's what I mean. All of it would be accurate and right, but not remembering all of it. And I mean, she was so extreme with it. She was just like, I mean, she would ask me questions like, well, the attorney said, like, I can't make no more money, so I'm going to get a pension for work, so maybe I won't take my pension. So that's how far she was doing it. Like, the attorney said, I can't make no more money, so I'm not going to take my pension for work. She's actually going to turn down her pension. So I'm the one sitting there saying, Mom, no, take your pension, take everything that's going to come to you. You worked hard for all this stuff. Make sure you make sure you take it. Okay. Don't turn anything away. I'm telling her this stuff, but this is how far she's taking this. And like I said, amazing things started to happen. And like with her Social Security, she's telling her, I can't make money. I can't make money. I can't make more money. I make too much money. I can't, this is her flipping dogma thoughts, dude. When she sat down she had to contact Social Security, but she was going to retire and stuff like that. She ended up getting it's not like a raise through Social Security, but she ended up getting like almost like a 1/3 more, just like a bump in Social Security. Okay. It doesn't stop there. Then when she didn't know that much about her work pension, and she said, well, I'll probably only get like a low amount, but she ended up getting twice as much. Okay. Uh, there's another thing like with she gets like it's not like it's kind of like a pension through work, but helps you pay for like medical bills and stuff like that. She didn't think she was gonna get that, or maybe get super tiny, but she got a lot. Okay. Let me see another one here. Um, she 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 retired on in January, so her work shuts down for the holidays for 2 weeks. So she retired at shutdown. So she didn't think she was only get basically vacation pay throughout the whole holidays, but she technically retired before vacation. She didn't think she was gonna get vacation pay. There's also like a separate bonus they pay out, yearly bonus. She didn't think she was gonna get that because that's kind of how her work does. Like, once you retire, whatever, if they don't have to give it to you, they won't. And and long story short, she didn't think she was gonna get it. Long story short, this is coming into January. She she ended up getting like all the holiday pay. They paid her for all the holidays, all the work days like a normal employee. So she got like a big chunk there. Then after that, after a few weeks, she found out about this bonus, but she's thinking, "Oh, I'm not going to get the bonus because I'm already retired. They're just, they're just not going to give it to me." Then she's thinking, "Well, even if I do get the bonus, it's probably only a couple $100." She ended up getting the bonus, and it was like almost 10 times that amount. so, so, I mean, when I was talking to her, and I was telling her, "Well, isn't it amazing how things just work out?" But when I was talking to her, I was one thing that came to my mind was the knot technique. And once she got laser focus on I don't need, or once she got laser focused on I can't make no more money, I can't make no more money, and that was her main emotion, bringing so much emotion to it. Everything just started coming. Like everything just started coming. She was getting way more in Social Security and they actually bumped her up. She was getting twice as much in her pension now. She was getting twice as much in what she thought. She was getting twice as much in her work gives another, I don't know what they call it, but it's not a pension, but another help you pay for medical bills and stuff like that. If you go to the doctor, prescriptions, all that stuff. Okay, getting twice as much there. And with all the little bonuses that she shouldn't have got because she retired, she actually got anywhere from 2 times to 10 times more than what she was even thinking. And all these things just kind of started popping in. And we talked about this yesterday. And another thing was she got what kind of stirred up this conversation. The kicker of this story is she gets this letter in the mail. She gets this letter in the mail. And I won't say her last name to keep it confidential, but she gets this letter in the mail. It's from an attorney, and it's from a family member. It's not our family, but the attorney was searching for a family member of this guy because he passed away and the guy was rich, so he left like $9 million. So they reached out to my mom to try to figure out if my mom was related to him because they can't find any family that's related to him anymore for his estate. His estate was 9 million. So the attorney was like, I don't want to leave, I don't want to just, if we can't find a family member, well, that money goes to the government, goes to the state, then I can't take it. I can only take what's allowed to me inside the estate. So, I'm just trying to reach out to, to, uh, to find a family member. Now, my mom wasn't, I mean, as far as she knew, she wasn't related to him. But we were laughing about it. This is what stirred up this whole conversation. We were laughing about it. I was like, holy crap. I mean, she's basically doing the knot technique. Like, I can't make no more money. I can't make no more money. And she's literally in the beginning wanting to turn things down, turn things away because she makes too much money. Like, nah, I don't need, I know I'm not going to take my pension. And she's literally going to do it. And I'm the one talking her into it. No, mom, you need to do this. And she gets this letter of some family member having 9 million in their estate. So I was just like, holy crap, like the power of the knot technique. Okay. And that's what I want to talk a little bit about beyond this story is why is a knot technique so powerful? And Neville Goddard kind of, now he didn't create the knot technique. Other people did even before Neville Goddard. Maybe they didn't call it the knot technique. So Neville Goddard didn't create all this stuff. Okay. There's people way before him. There was people before Abdullah, all that stuff. If you know Neville Goddard. But like I said, with a ladder technique, what Neville Goddard did, he mixed basically the knot technique with the ladder technique. So during the nighttime, you go inside your imagination, you see yourself climbing up and down the ladder, and until you drift off to sleep. You do this until you drift off to sleep. You hold your intention until you go to sleep. But during the day, now how Neville Goddard did it, during the day, you post all over your house. Maybe you write sticky notes and put them all over. Like wherever you're going to be. If you go to work, you have something out so you can see it. Basically saying, I will not climb a ladder. I don't want to climb a ladder. Why do I want to climb a ladder? Because I climbed many ladders before in my flipping life. Why do I want to do it? I don't need to do it. Okay. That's the knot technique. That's what technically my mom was doing with her finances is I can't make no more money. I don't want it. I can't make no more money. No, I'm going to deny this and deny this. But then when she started doing that, she was so emotional about it. Like things just flipping started flying into her. And I mean, it she just retired in January. She told her work, and I believe in October, she had to give a 2-month notice. I believe in October or a 3-month notice. So from October to now, only in like a 5 or 6 month window, things were just flying in her life when she just flipping focused on, I don't need, I can't, meaning money. Meaning like in my mom's sense, if you're saying, I don't, no, I'm not going to take my pension, it means you have enough. You don't need it. But when you have that mentality, it ends up coming to you. You end up attracting things to you, and it's flipping, things are just flying in. That's the knot technique. And the reason why I never got to pick the ladder was because the ladder was something that it was easy not to get attached to. Makes sense. That's why I picked the ladder. I mean, you could replace the ladder with a cup of coffee. Anything. Something simple that it's not attached to. But your whole goal with a ladder technique is during the day, you say, I don't want to climb a ladder. Your whole goal is not climb a ladder. I'm not going to do it. Okay, period. But eventually what will happen is you'll be put into a situation where you have to climb a ladder. You don't want to do it, but you have to do it. Or you find yourself, maybe you forget for a moment, then you end up climbing a ladder for something. Maybe you have to hand somebody something or whatever. Then you totally forget at that moment. And then you climbed up a ladder. It doesn't mean you climbed up 100-foot ladder, but the power of the knot technique. It's like the same thing is if you put, now this is the tough side of the knot technique. This is the tough side of people doing this is you want your dream house, your dream car, you want to be a millionaire, whatever you want. Do you say, I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want my dream car. I don't need it. I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't need it. Okay. You say this is hard for people to do because they think, well, maybe it won't come. But the power of it is that when you say you don't want, you don't need, in that essence is meaning you already have. Does that make sense? It kind of flips, meaning you already have, because anytime you say, well, I don't need, you're very quickly going inside your imagination and thinking about it. Even if it's only for a couple seconds, you're thinking about it. Okay. You don't need it, but you already have it. Okay. Why do I need another $1 million when I got 15 million bucks in the bank? I don't need, you know what I mean? But me having that mentality of me not needing is it actually comes to me. And then the multiple opportunities come to me because I'm in that mode of the knot technique. not wanting, not needing. I don't have to have it. I don't want to do it. And isn't it so true? Like even when we think back in our life, and this might take you a little bit to do, to really think back. Isn't it true that even when you think back when you're a kid, a teenager, in high school, college, doesn't matter. Like when you really didn't want to do something, isn't it weird that you find yourself doing it? Or when you really don't want something, you find yourself that you have it or it was given to you. You didn't have to pay for it. That's the power of the knot technique. But anyway, my friends, didn't want to keep this like long-winded. Just wanted to share that story with you. I know I should have wrote it down. I know I'm missing a few other things that kind of happened to her. That basically income was coming in, and or she just got like twice as much than she thought, and stuff like that. Every situation was like that. I mean, like every single situation. Every time someone, I mean, even if she knew she was getting Social Security, it was like twice as much than she thought. If she knew she was going to get a pension, it's twice as much than she thought. She thought work was going to screw her, that they're not going to give holiday pay, but she retired before holiday. They're not going to give her the bonus because she technically retired, but they still gave it to her. Then she got way more than expected. I mean, just everything started working out in her favor. And she, like Bob Proctor calls it, like an unconscious competent, meaning you're successful, but you don't know why you're successful. You don't know what you're doing to become successful. You can't really teach other people because you don't know what you're doing. You just know things are working out for you. That's an unconscious competent. And this is kind of something my mom was kind of thrown into that category, where just organically, where she's a natural worrywart, more on the stuff you shouldn't be worrying about. But then once the attorney told her, baby, that, hey, you can't make no more money. I don't want you to make more money. She just flipping focused on that. That was her main focus now. Wasn't all the other stuff she worried about. Her main focus was, I can't make no more money. I don't want no more money. I don't want it, which is a knot technique. And once she did that, and it was a real emotion, things were just popping in her life. It's so powerful. It's such a powerful, especially if you knew my mom, or if you have a family member or a parent like that. And we were talking yesterday and everything. I was like, it's funny how everything just works out. You know what I mean? Because it's like, retiring is can be stressful. Because especially for a worry ward, because you're thinking ahead. Well, what happened if something major happens? What happened? You start going down the rabbit hole with this thought process. But anyway, friends, it's about a half hour now, but we just want to share that story. It's such a strong story, and I don't want to keep on repeating myself and going on and on and on. There's something I want to say, but it's not coming to me. That's why I'm kind of rambling right now, and because I know there's more pieces to it, but I should have wrote it down and took notes, but you get the point. But anyway, if you lasted this long, blessings to you. Remember, we have the Super Thanks Spotlight, so you can do a Super Thanks down below. You can do a Super Thanks on any video. That's going to be the topics of the ongoing topics of the Sunday Coffee Talk. And I'm going live 2 to 3 times every single week now. Plus, we have the Live Life on Your Terms membership that just started to just launched yesterday. So I kept the price reasonable. It's not crazy cheap for the trolls to jump in easily, but it's not super expensive either. So I kept it more in the middle. But other than that, check that out, and that's going to be rocking and rolling. That's going to be there's going to be content at least a couple times a week going inside the membership, and the membership is going to be a little bit more raw material. It's going to be a little bit more less fluff, and plus since I'm catering it to all the members, that it's going to be a little bit more less fluff than kind of the regular YouTube public videos. So we're gonna have a lot of fun in there. Once it's up and going, but once it gets the momentum of it, we're gonna have a lot of fun inside the membership as well. But anyway, my friends, blessings to you. Today's Sunday. Have a relaxing Sunday, and have a blessed week, as this Monday is tomorrow. And I got the dog over here. Yeah. Now that's what's known as a street dog. And then now he actually lives over here in this house. But how Thailand works is that they don't live inside the house. They just let them roam outside. Most of the time, they don't even feed them because in Thailand, most Thai don't buy dog food, so it can be hard to find dog food here because all the pets and dogs just eat table scraps. They eat what you eat. So if there's nothing left over, your dog don't eat pretty much. So that's why they roam. So like this, the white one I just showed you always comes over because I feed the dogs at nighttime here. And so we always, since there's like 4 of us here, that we always have table scraps to give them. And I bought a couple of dog bowls for them, so they're not just eating on the flipping ground. So I always have water over here for them. So they now, like, a group of them will come over and get water because it's flipping hot and humid right now. So they know where the water is. So I put out some bowls of water for them and food. So we feed him at nighttime. So that's why they come over. He sees me. He's like, ooh, but he sees me talking on camp. He doesn't know what I'm doing, of course, but a few of them will come over and like be excited when they see me because I feed them. But anyway, that's off topic a little bit. But anyway, blessings to you. Have a great week. If you think you're not going to have a great week, I'm going to assume you're going to have a great week. That's how we have to go into the week. We have to go into the week as your new identity, as expecting, as belief. This is how this stuff works. As you believe, it has to come to you. You have to remember that your subconscious mind is not personal. Okay, it doesn't know you're joking. If you're a jokester like me, you like to tell jokes and be funny. Well, your subconscious mind, if you say things over and over and over, even if it's a joke, your subconscious mind don't know you're joking. That's you really have to start thinking about this stuff. It just takes it as is. But anyway, that's going to be another tangent. So I better let you guys go before I get off on a subconscious mind tangent. But anyway, blessings to you. Peace out. And I'll see you in the next Sunday Coffee Talk.